Oh, hello world. We're just gonna hop right into it. Obviously, it's quite late my time. I'm in America, so happy 4th of July, everyone here. After we do some coding and updates here, I'll get a quick nap and then we'll carry on with the day. One of the questions I've been getting a lot recently is, what are you coding? So I just wanted to say what I'm coding and go through some updates and then we'll get to it. So I'm coding Kynto, a browser-based avatar chat and streaming toolkit. It connects YouTube, Twitch, and Discord so chat can trigger on-screen avatars and speak with unique voices via text-to-speech and control the stream in real time. It's all built in JavaScript, WebRTC, and WebSockets. I made my own screen share, guest cameras, microphone share, and TTS engine. It's totally live. I've coded a lot of it live, and it's controlled by chat. Okay. So hopefully the audio is a little bit better tonight. Also made some changes to the streaming configuration. Let's go ahead and get started. So where we're at, quick stats update. Last night, I was able to wrap up the Twitch implementation. So everything's looking good. Only change I made today, not live, was being able to input the secret token for the session directly in the UI. So we're going to quickly test that. We'll run through all the commands again, make sure that still works. We'll test the YouTube side again, and then we'll commit those changes into a release branch. And then we'll trigger a build pipeline to actually release it. I won't restart the production server today. However, I will have it ready. So if I come back, I don't know if I'll be streaming coding tonight, but definitely will tomorrow night. That'll be all ready. The second thing that I mentioned was setting up a Discord integration. One of the issues with YouTube chat is, in order for me to pull the chat into the avatars, I have to basically do HTTP requests. There's no pub subsystem, there's no WebSockets. So that's not ideal. But Twitch is instantaneous, ultra low latency. And what I'm going to do is, since we're starting to get people on our Discord now, links in my profile, I'm going to set up a channel in there which does two things. One, it'll notify people when we're live. And then the next thing, if someone wants their comment to be read instantaneously into the moderation system and then read out to me, to my headphones, they can just type right into Discord and I'll do that. So what we're going to do is set up the skeleton for that plugin. I've basically coded my own plugin system here for the backend. You can have server level or you can have room level plugins. This is room level. That way other people can also use this functionality. And then something I'm not going to get into today, but I want to mention. I want to get some stats on the screen. Specifically say how many chats we've had, how many likes, and new subscribers. So it's quite exciting. All right. So I'm gonna get my mug out the way. Get to work. I should hook up the YouTube system to the live chat. Hey Slavrab, good morning, how are you doing? If that was like Chris from you, I appreciate it. We got Twitch fully implemented last night. I don't know if you've seen that, but really excited about that one. All right, what do I need to do? Okay, let's go in Kynto, paste in this video ID. Set a poll duration for 5 seconds just to get it up. Start polling. Oh, there we go. And there's Slavrab's comment. Let's see, is this muted? Yes. All right. Okay. Let's hop right to it. So this is my local environment here. We have Twitch over here. Let me reload. So for those folks that don't know, I'm simulcasting like full screen, so it's easier to see what I'm coding on Twitch. But what I'm going to do, okay, so I have to generate a token. Okay, give me a second. Always takes a minute to warm up. So I'm going to break off a tab over here. Fetch this token. Got it. And let's see if we can just dump that right into the UI, because that's one of the changes I made to make this easier. So this is my local environment, and this is where I went ahead and coded in Twitch support. So there's a simple UI here. I can type in my channel name, just code lock, and then we can dump in our secret token. Hopefully this doesn't expose it. Perfect. All right, I'll click start connection and we'll see if it connects. Active. All right. So that's up. And as usual, the YouTube system's here as well, but we're just testing my changes to Twitch here. So this is a crazy room. What the hell? All right, let me test the Twitch integration. You'll see how quickly this is. Look at that, instantaneous. It's the power of WebSockets. Behind the avatar's behind a bunch of trees, but you can see the light draws attention to the person that most recently spoke. Those colors are unique. If the audio was being captured from a development environment, you'd hear this message being read out. So that works, it's good. Dynamic. So now I've got that, sorry, what do I need to do? Okay, we're going to go ahead and terminate it, make sure the avatar disappears. So, oh, let's disable that. Let's quickly fix this before I get anywhere else. I'll hop into the React side right here. Just added a new form input. This is the issue. We're not tracking is connected on a context level. It's only been tracked in the component via use state, which is fine if you have the panel open, but if you close it, it essentially resets. So that's why it's good to know the difference between component level state and application level state. Now we've done that, I can reload. And then I'll terminate it, and then I'll move on to busting out some code for the Discord integration. I'm ready to go. Twitch. Oh. That's still disabled. What are we looking at here? Oh, okay, I see. I was supposed to fix the button, not interfere with the field. We'll Kynto back up. I'll add it to the list. We need to get hot reloading back for the reverse proxy configuration here. Terminate connection. Terminated, so happy with that. Just confirm that on Twitch one more time. So this shouldn't read out the message and create a chat bubble. We are good. So we can knock that out of the way for right now. So, pull this over here. I did do a deeper dive to see if YouTube did have some sort of API to get instantaneous live chats, and it's very well known issue that they don't. So it's problematic because they rate limit the amount of requests you can make to poll for live chats. So that instantaneously requires a delay on poll duration, otherwise you'll burn through all the potential requests. So we're going to create a new room level plugin on the Node.js server for Kynto avatar chat. The Twitch implementation is the kind of the cleanest example of that right now. And 273 lines implemented full Twitch support for the Kynto avatar chat world. So it's pretty exciting. And about 60 or so of those lines are just command processing, which can be shared between all the services. So pretty happy with that. It's definitely much cleaner than YouTube. So let's hop over to our empty Discord file. Start coding. So the first thing we want to do is we get some properties that are injected into the plugin via dependency injection. So we just go ahead and just stub these out. I only really need Kynto. We're not using database, we're not using anything else. Let's just define a source for it and call it Discord. And then we will start coding. Most of the server is common.js, so Node.js is a bit of a, it's not just specific to Node.js, but it started there. Bit of a problem with how they manage dependencies. You basically have two systems. So you've got import and you've got require. And it can be annoying, especially as more things are moving to MJS over CJS. We're going to run into that. Kynto Discord controller. Our constructor is where we get our props that we're going to populate here. So we're going to populate Kynto with. I do want this to right. If this, for some reason, you don't get Kynto injected into your plugin, it should throw a bloody error. Okay. We also get two other relevant dependencies that we're working with. One is the top level server that this room is attached to. And then the second is the context of the, look at that, I said context, I started typing it. It's difficult to code when talking, but I'm getting better. Props.room. This is the room context, so between these two instances, I can send events to just a room or just a server. Let's see what state properties we're going to define. We have channel ID, that's one. It's active, false. Oop. And I'll just dump messages as a top level property for it. Move on. So we've got two specific functions that are called basically on instantiation of a plugin. The one we want is load. No arguments. But what we're going to do is we're going to attach a event handler. Let's think. So what exactly we're implementing here? There's two things. One, we need to listen to Discord channel for message submissions. So we could attach our logic to create a Discord connection right in here. And then we have unload. So that will allow us to do some cleanup. Okay, let's think. So just a quick run through what we're dealing with here. As you can see, my initial Discord test was dumped directly in the top level room context. doesn't belong there. Pull that out. It's because I moved to kind of a plugin catalog of all the integrations I'm doing. So it's going to be easy enough for us to load these in. So what you have to do in order to add a new plugin to that room context, once you code it, create a new object, and we're going to activate it. We're going to call it Discord, and we're going to specify a file path which exists in room. Cool. And that's all I have to do to register this plugin with the system. Got a whole bunch of code that handles dynamically reloading and updating them if I push out changes and want to restart the server. Let's hop back over. Well, first off, let's see how we set up Discord before. Alright, just going to copy this. Imports. Ideally, we don't want to directly require import any service like this. We want to do dependency injection, but we're just going to run with this right now. Okay. Let's grab our client. And create a connect method. Make it an arrow function because JavaScript can be problematic with binding this. We are using a class here.
Sickboy says, any reason you still using common Js for modules instead of ESM?
So I spoke about that a minute ago. For part of the system server plugins, like one of them is MJS, but not on the room layer. Let's see. The main reason is it's just been in here a while. Hold on. Like the one integration I did that was importable was OpenAI, specifically because their JavaScript library didn't support module exports. But the main reason is just I've got a lot of code already. But I have set it up so I can do both when needed, because I need to load OpenAI into CJS. So I think it's just a symptom of the mess of bloody Node, but you tell me. All right, back to it.
Node should just drop common Js at this point and make everyone's lives easier. DG Preston says dropped in for the avatar, stayed for the C equals 64. Cheers.
Preston, much appreciated, bud. Drop us a subscriber or a like if you can. It helps us find more folks like you that appreciate that stuff. So it looks like we have spent so much time getting all my configurations and cameras and all my crap charged for 4th of July today that it's very late once again. So the one message that we want to listen to from Discord is the a message. And Sam, are you using TypeScript completely these days, or are you still JavaScript? Let's take a look at the
No,
object
I hate
we get
TS.
from Discord.
I use ES6 primarily.
Right on. What was your thoughts on ActionScript 3? Because I think ActionScript 3 was one of the major reasons that helped JavaScript catch up to like the actual EMCA spec. Like, I don't know. I liked it a lot. All right. So, what the hell? They buried them? Okay.
S3 was nice but ECMAScript better. They're very similar though, so hard to compare.
100%. I don't think it was bad for the time, because if you compare the state JavaScript was at back then. Like, I'd say today, yeah, 100%.
My main hate of ActionScript was it was too much like Java.
Yeah, and still bloody single-threaded, so you didn't get any of the benefits, eh? Alright, they bury the username property. We can't call it that. Let's call this props instead. Or just data. It's funny because I'll get caught up in the silliest things, just like naming variables properties. But I remember as a kid, I struggled so hard with that because I wanted things to look clean, and not that bad anymore, but still. All right, so there's a couple of things we want to check. We don't want bots to trigger this. We don't want it to trigger itself. I know this because I literally implemented over here. Put this together like a year or two back. It just never made it useful. All right. Sam, how are you celebrating your Day of British Independence?
BTW? They use original DCRs, packet structure, etc.
No kidding. I didn't know they used original DCRs. Like, I'm curious like how they actually implemented that. Like, did they make a wrapper for Shockwave?
They used a director runtime executable I.
Interesting. Okay. So now let's look at how we did this on Twitch, what I was actually doing now. It's like I called it process MP here. What do we name it?
I made some hacks for it, basically packet sniffer / spoofer. Some old tricks still worked, like spawning drinks out of thin air and giving client HC tools. Unfortunately they patched the cool stuff.
Oh, that's sweet. Did you use Visual Basic 6? And are the... Like, so you're able to inject client events. I'm assuming the packets themselves are encrypted. Wait, curious. So I'm going to set up just the exact same UI that I did Twitch here. I think so.
They use the same old encryption, so it was easy to break. Used C++, but I did reference some old VB6 tools that are somehow still floating around.
Bloody hell. Have you been on with any other folks? Or just like mucked around by yourself? You forgot. Okay. We'll push the top of the list. We will.
Nah, just messed around alone. Nobody I really know is interested in Habbo, lol.
Alright, well, I'll have to come and check out your tool. You got it up at your GitHub or anything like that?
It's private ATM but will mark public at some point, just need to clean up the code a bit.
Right, okay. It's time to tidy up. Command process is kind of dumped all in there. Don't look at it. Okay, we'll come back. We'll just set it up. Oh. You know, Alex JJ did hop on Kynto. It's probably like a year ago now. First, of course, I thought it was you, but no, it was actually him. Unless it was you and you said it was him.
Nah, would have been him. I wonder how old Kai is these days.
Oh man. Wasn't there a YouTube video or something on his age? Or I found a post or something. Maybe you sent it to me. I wish there was like bloody YouTube videos of the MLCC form era and the characters that came through then. Oh, I need to import that. Where is it?
Who needs YouTube videos when you have the DB on a hard drive?
Well, I meant so I could actually show other people. But remember, that hard drive is broken. Still have it though. Well, the problem is too is I have a collection. I can pull them out. I have like 8 broken hard drives. and there's 3 or 4 that it could be on.
Be honest, did you ever go through everyone's private messages there for drama? I would have.
I don't think so, actually. But it did create OpenSock and post fucking K's game source code and all that crap. I think Gray did that. I don't know who the hell did it, but I set up OpenSock so people could do that. I don't know how it went. Well, no, it was rollless.org. And then there was OpenSock, which was where I went because I got pissed off with MLCC forum, and then eventually somehow Jonathan gave me the database. It was weird. Alright, so that'll pull command structure out, and we need to make sure there's actually inputs. Don't know if that actually turns an array. Okay. So if there's no avatar already in the live chat system, we create one by literally doing this. Just by sending a message to the room. If it doesn't find an avatar, it goes ahead and creates one for us. What else do I want? Username. Message. Okay, so that'll create an avatar. I want to extract a first argument. And I don't want to reduplicate all the bloody switch statement for the command selection. The switch statements aren't that dynamic. It'd be better to have an array that can maps the commands to the like the callbacks that should be triggered. But we won't worry about that right now. I'm just setting up the skeleton for this. I'm not going to test this tonight. What else do we need? We need the ability to turn this on and off. Alright, that's what we'll do. We'll add oops. Okay, so let's run to live. I'm gonna call it. Let's go with that for now. Close this guy. Switch it. Follow up with it. Nutrients. Payload. I don't need anything from the show now. I did a socket tell it stats, but it was good to send it to the entire room. From here, we've got a poll channel. Talking. So here we go. Let's yeah, we need to.
Did you see the message above that Kynto doesn't load? Had to go AFK.
Oh, for real? What you try to load it on? Like what URL or what app? Because that's what we're that's how I'm doing a stream tonight is using it, but some ISPs have been blocking the bloody WebSocket configuration. I don't know what the hell's up with that. How did I have to set up? I think I have you on Discord, right?
I can't even load the main site, never mind the WebSocket.
Oh, the WordPress instance is down. Oh, no. Yeah, what domain are you using to load it? There's like 10 different domains, that's why I asked. What Discord dogs? First we actually have to create it's Discord, so fires a ready event. There's I'm curious how it handled with disconnects and crap. One thing at a time, you could always just manually restart it. No point passing because we still need to keep track of it in order to remove it. Oops. Whenever I update stuff on the channel, like descriptions, pictures, or anything like that, the YouTube like resets. It doesn't know how to push the bloody video to. It's always fun. There's so many variables that I didn't know existed until I running into them. Once we're connected, to listen to the message event. Call process input. And then we're going to code a function utility function Kynto live chat utils, which will execute the commands. Stub it out. I'm not a big fan of just got the name of it, is it Copilot? Not a big fan of using that crap directly in my code. I don't like the idea of it just grabbing anything and sending it. It's kind of ridiculous. Right, doing it the longer way. I do enjoy AI though to like hash out like ideation. It's bloody useful as hell though. I'm not gonna do that in editor. And we're going to pass in command source. So, comment out from this. Sam, are you working just now? Because America doesn't give us many holidays, but thankfully we get July 4th off, and got the day before off as well, July 3rd. But my cousin was telling me on Facebook how she's taken 12 weeks off for her annual leave. I couldn't imagine it, man. 12 weeks, be amazing. You get 10 days here standard, and most companies, it's very difficult to take those days because they crush you with deadlines and stuff. Alright, we've got to build to terminate as well. I need dogs.
ID get bored in those 12 weeks. She must have saved a bunch of time up or something though.
Well, how does it work for you? Because like labor laws would protect, even if you worked for like a Canadian company, right? And just hypothetically, the Canadian company only gave you 2 days off a year. UK labor laws would supersede that, right? So do you get like mandatory time off, or is that not a thing? Maybe it's just because she's in healthcare.
I'm technically self-employed, so it's up to me basically.
Do you get screwed in that? Like in the sense, do you get paid less, or is it like do you get a certain amount of money regardless? Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, okay. Let's clean.
Current contracted company basically gives me time off whenever I ask though. Get certain amount regardless, luckily unlike freelance.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. So yeah, you're much better off than alternative, that's for sure. That's not a bad gig, dude. Not bad at all. I tell you, in the US, tech has slowed down. My LinkedIn used to get hit up damn near every week. All sorts of opportunities. It's quieted down a bit. And company I worked for went through like a massive downsizing last year, where they basically built up the Indian office quite a bit instead. So it was interesting. Tech's always in demand, it's just a matter of where are you. But there's certain things you just can't like effectively outsource to people that are just coming out of university and stuff. Like there's a lot of systems that require actual people with experience, and I mean you get that in any country, but I feel like, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. It's pretty late. We can get close to shutting this down actually. The only other thing I wanted to do, so just a quick rundown on how this works. So there's YouTube, Twitch, which let you send chat messages,
they will
right?
pay the price of cheap labor eventually.
Exactly. Seen that as well. Like there's been one or two programs, like to be fair, like a bunch of programmers that have been hired on that are really good. But I've also been on like the hiring panel and basically got overridden to hire people that literally just came out of university. I'd rather someone that, like, I don't know, dealt with crap for at least 6 months on live servers and things going wrong. The other thing is the way they get around that is by like no one's full stack, so it's easier to get away with that. You just don't have them touch the backend database or anything like that, so the impact's less likely to get through. Plus peer reviews on pull requests help catch that. There was a project that was supposed to be completely outsourced within the company, and everything looked good until they released it and it ended up taking out production. The project was for an internal thing, so it wasn't supposed to impact everything. What's up, Walter? Chatting with Sam. You remember Sam from MOCC forum? We spoke about him quite a bit. We probably even spoke to him.
Just woke up.
All right, just real quick, mute this for a sec so I can say exactly what I'm doing here. Just clip it or something. Sam says, yeah, he's talked with Walter a few times in the Discord and Kynto. Sweet. So just quick rundown of what worked on tonight. We have YouTube live chat, which is obviously driving the avatars right now. That's how the messages are popping up. That's how we're hearing the voices. Went ahead and did that for Twitch as well. And then we're using this live on YouTube and people giving feedback. Like, hey, the latency on YouTube is like annoying. Like I said something and like I have to wait a while for you in order to respond to it. And the problem is there, as I've reiterated before, but I'm going to do it again, is we have to pull YouTube's APIs for live chats. We can't just set up an event handler. We can't subscribe to a WebSocket or have a webhook trigger an update when a new message comes in. So that's led to me taking advantage of Discord. So if you're on the Discord, there will be a channel in there called CodeLock. And if you click on that, it'll do two things. It'll show you if I'm live or when I went live. And then the other thing is if you actually message into that channel, it'll run you through the OpenAI moderation. If you get approved for that, then it shoots you directly into an avatar here, reads out your message, and then you have like an almost zero latency way to interact with me during development here, along with other chatters, because they'll hear your message before anyone else would if you were to type on YouTube. So excited about that. That goes from 1 live chat support to 3. Well, technically 4, because you can just log in Kynto and do it that way as well. But we're not going to push that here because got to go where the people are at. They're not on Kynto, but they are watching YouTube, they are watching Twitch, and they are on Discord. All right, monologue complete. week. We did
For now.
What do you mean for now? I already forgot what I said, so you're gonna have to remind me.
Then they will be watching your stream.
Oh yeah, no, eventually hopefully people funnel into it. And I have some tasks written down to make that a little bit more enticing. Like I did get codelock.com, and that's going to open up the room, the current stream room that I'm using. So say if I'm live, and it's basically going to be a trimmed down version of Kynto just specifically for interacting with the stream. It's also where I'll generate links. So if I want to invite other folks on, I can send them a link, and it'll basically contain a token in it that'll allow them to have additional functionality. Like they could share the microphone, for example, or the screen. Have to be trusted in order to share a screen. So that'll be helpful. But the other thing is on YouTube, you can't really, it's difficult to put links.
You getting of?
You just cut me off, man. That was so rude. I'm just kidding, it's Walter. But you didn't help me out, man. I've not got much sleep. God, but CodeLock will contain the links to all other stuff, so you'll have Discord and all that stuff integrated right there. So be able to think of it as a link tree. So yes, I guess OF in a sense. Thank you for giving me a word to add to the moderation queue. I'll do that. Yeah, so we'll do that. That'll be fun. And I'm going to go shut this down, get some sleep, because it's 4th of July and I'm not going to miss out on today. All right. Quick note, I'm doing really well last couple of weeks with subscribers.
Kynto has an of ACC.
Yeah. We've been doing really well with subscribers and just engagement with the chat and stuff. Last night was a good example of that. So once I get some sleep, we'll get back to it. All right, guys, appreciate you coming on. Sam, take it easy, man. Enjoy your weekend. Walter, I'll be catch up with you later, man. We'll get out there and see some fireworks. Real quick before I get off, I could pack the camera bag. I got all stuff stuffed in here. The camera bag loaded with gimbals, headphones, action cameras, battery backups, all that crap. I have another Pixel, I have a Pixel, is it 7 or 8 on the way? I used one. I'm going to use to do field versions of Kynto live streams, so I'll be able to be out and about and still have the avatars on the screen and have the text readouts. So this could be sick. It comes in Sunday. Cheers, guys. Take it easy.